Hey guys, Scooby Doobies here, and today we're gonna be watching which dairy type is the best girlfriend tier list. Okay, to those who are not familiar with it, dairy types means the archetype of girls or guys, in romance animes when the main concept is the character, the way they love the character, the main character or side characters. So yeah, there's these well-known ones that I know for a while is Dere or Thonderes or whatever the crap they called, and Yanderes. I would like to explain more about it, but yeah, I'll give up my opinion what I think about this. Anyways, now let's continue watching. And yes, I'm familiar with anime now. Well, not all anime. I'm into romance anime. Anime. Some are good, some are bad. So yeah, not all romance anime is good. The first anime I watched is Don't Toy With Me, Nakatoro. It's about this character. His name is Senpai or something. You guys just go watch the show. You guys understood.
A fan must experience the same canon event at least once in their life. You bear witness to an anime bad John, and you're like, damn, I need her in my life ASAP. But she's no normal girl. Nah. When it comes to her mans, shorty be tweaking. Maybe she's super.
Oh, expect it's not just girls. It's not just girls. Also men. Boys. Boys can be these types of characters. Not just So yeah, it's not just girlfriends. You don't see boys act like this much because mostly anime in anime the main character is boys. Eh, man. Yeah. I was trying to say MC because that's what anime fans refer it to. MC for short.
Super shy. Or maybe she just haymakers him for literally no
Oh my
reason.
god, I
Oh,
hate this.
she might even Fortnite game and some shorties for looking at bro the
That's
wrong
how
way.
I
Hate to
shit.
break it to you, my boy, but you just stumbled upon a Dere type. Now, Dere types are an attribute that mainly stems.
Oh, speaking of, this was originally supposed to be a tier list, but no, it, it's kind of confusing. So I decided to watch someone's videos so I could get my thoughts.
From anime culture and is basically how a character acts before and after they fall in love. And since the suffix dere literally means love, you can just toss this onto the end of like whatever word and boom, a new type is born. I guess you could say I'm a LeBron Dere cause my love is goated.
Dairy types is my favorite. Suzerain or whatever the crap that's called types that um type is my most hated. I don't know why it's so popular. Maybe because it's relatable. Maybe because maybe because it gone on for a long time. Where I'm just gonna let him. I have a lot of reasons to hate that type, but I'll just let him explain and give my thoughts. What I think.
Getting a little thirsty.
But I just wanted to rank some today to see which type would technically make the best girlfriend. And is it ultimately up to preference? Absolutely. But I'm the one editing the video, so my opinion matters.
Meet One Track
Oh,
Jack. He's
come
a credit
on!
wrecker. He doesn't know that by focusing on one type of credit.
Damn you!
Now we gotta start off with the most basic type of Dere, that being the Dere. Since Dere means
I
love,
love this
this
type.
one is literally just a love type. Now, I know the One Piece fans are geeks right now.
This is one of the most idealistic types. I'm just letting
I'm
it.
thinking of Boa Hand God, but she's not a Dere actually. They're basically the most normal types we're gonna be talking about today. Just being in love with the main character and not hiding their feelings at all. No more nonchalant
this is what I
shorties
like
in the
about
big
them.
2025. I need only Deres hitting me up. Please. They're usually overly affectionate and won't really care if other people think it's cringe. Man, they're basically just obsessed in a normal healthy way. These are probably the most ideal to be with if you just want a normal girl to be in love with, without any extra BS attached. Easy peasy ass. Now to talk about arguably one of the most fan favorite types, yanderes. The prefix yan, meaning to be mentally ill. Now, the elders have always said the wise words of, do not to stick your shitting crazy. But like I said about Hex Maniac in my trainers video, they just keep making the crazy ones so damn fine! Yanderes, if you're in unfamiliar territory and don't watch anime, which, for being honest, isn't that crazy because you probably go outside, are essentially like having a serial killer be obsessed with you. And we're not talking about like the book talk kind that women are simping over, even though most yanderes are bad as hell. We're talking like having my goat, Joe Goldberg, stalking you. Wait, Joe Goldberg's a yandere, bro, what? Now,
just get to the point. God. Just get to the point.
as I've grown older and become an elder myself, I have come to realize that even though having a girl be obsessed with you seems amazing, actually having a girl be obsessed with you kinda sucks ass. Like, don't get me wrong, when you're touch-starved, as most anime fans are, any type of female connection seems goated. But when you're a somewhat normal individual, having a girl blow up your phone, do drive-bys in front of your house, and get upset when your mom calls you is their ass a headache. And regardless on what I say, there's still gonna be those max prestige gooners that are gonna die on the yandere hill. But I'm letting you know right now, the minute you get a crazy obsessive girl in your life, the minute it's over, unless she Fortnite prison shanks you, you'll feel like a changed man and know exactly what I was talking about. Some examples of yanderes though are Yuno from Future Diaries, Giddy and Gleeful from Gravity Falls, and they're gonna get a C tier. Next, we got a Dere type that commonly gets mixed up with yanderes, Sato Deres. The prefix Sato meaning to be sadistic. Now, Sato Deres are more or less your Nagaturos that enjoy teasing and tormenting the guy.
Oh, I thought she was a tutorate. I thought she was. I'm about to get into her why she's a tutorate done right, but nah, nope, she's in this one. That's why she's so sadistic.
That they're into. And I know a lot of you freaky niggas would be into that shit. Me included. They're the type that dares you to do pervy things, like licking their feet, using you as a chair, and or stepping on you. Mainly just stuff to clown on you in front of the huz. But they are in fact the huz. Now, keep in mind that these girls are still into you. Domination and humiliating you is just a way they show love. So the next time a woman dumps a drink on your head, you gotta get rizzy and follow her home because she obviously wants you so bad. They will eventually come around and start being more cutesy and wholesome though once you get closer to them. But until then, you're gonna be on some Quentin Tarantino ass timing and sucking on their toes. Some of the most popular Sato Deres are Esdet, Ragnara, my beloved.
Nakatoro, obviously, because everything what you described, yep, that's her.
And Nagatoro. Since these ones aren't trying to murk you or your loved ones, they're gonna get a smooth B tier. Arrow Deres, without sugarcoating it, are the freaky Deres. The prefix arrow literally just being for erotic. Now, these ones are pretty straightforward. Bump all that first base, second base stuff. We getting straight to adult gymnastics. Now, that's more or less simplifying it, but I don't know how much I can say without Father YouTube smiting me with no ads. But their main goal is to get you into them. Pun intended. By being as lewd as possible, letting you touch on it, flashing you Diddy style, and some other tamer freaky activities. Now, if these Arrow Deres weren't attractive, most of them would probably be in the slammer right now. But that's a Japanese for you, making harassment attractive. But the funny part about Arrow Deres is that once you show them that you're actually kind of into them and are not just trying to get into their pants, that's when their brain shuts down and they start getting all shy and romantic. Kind of confusing, right? Shout out to women in men's field. If we're thinking Arrow Deres, just think like 02, Albedo, and fucking Akano, minus like the masochism. Now, if most of my Gooner audience is watching, then this is an easy S tier.
Yeah, okay. I take that back. Dere is last because, you know, they're mostly straightforward. But these ones, oh my god, I need a naughty girlfriend right now. Yeah, I like these kind of women. Oh my god. I need... Yeah.
Mainly because when it comes to women, initiating is low-key scary. Cause I don't want to come off as a Diddy disciple if she ain't into me. I have to come out to you guys. I am in fact a shill Dere. The prefix shill, meaning to sell something. Yes, sir. Your boy Xenobus is a Gamer Subs partner.
An ad. Damn. A crappy sponsor.
Hey, K.O.B. You got what I need.
If you're shopping the auto show, start with the best.
Keeping up with the theme of acting one way and being another, we got Doro Deres. The Doro in it means full of turmoil. Their main gimmick is that they seem like a normal Dere on the outside, being cutesy and lovey-dovey. But on the inside, they're like,
destroy the child, corrupt them all.
Yeah, these are your textbook love and hate relationships, where you think they're into you, but in reality, they're just here to use you, like a Russian mail order bride. Now, if I was a hyper incel, I'd be like, typical women, all women are like that. That's why I only make love to my stoless body pillow. Sooner or later, though, they do end up falling in love, as all Dere types do. But then they're like, what's this feeling? I have to own this nigga. I don't think they're able to do that anymore. And will do literally everything to get you to stay with them, whether you want to or not. Now, remember what Sensei said about sicking your shit and crazy. Don't do it! Yeah, these are like yanderes, but instead of tweaking about you from the get-go, you gotta wait till you get dug out first. Then they start tweaking about you. It fucking blows! Some popular Doro Deres are Makima, Mommy from Rent-A-Girlfriend, and Stewie Griffin. So Doro Deres are gonna be our first F tier. Baka Deres are probably the
Rent a Girlfriend is bad. Don't watch it. It's a bad, romance anime. I don't know why it keeps going on, but it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Especially the female lead in the main character. The main character is pathetic. The female lead, when the hell are they gonna be together? For crying out loud. It's been 5 or 4 seasons. Yet, I've been hearing, I only watched season 1, but yet I've been hearing they did not date. Not even once. I just don't get it. Oh, wait a second. The author, or should I say the creator, is a freak. That makes sense. Because he doesn't want the main character to take his girlfriend, even though she's a drawing. Man.
Most straightforward one if you know anime culture. But if you don't, which is okay, Pookie, don't worry. Just hold my hand. The prefix Baka just means dumb as hell. Yeah, these girls are just Doro Deres, but instead of plotting against you on the down low, they're high-key just autistic. And everyone knows there's nothing better than an autistic girl. Well, that's until she maxes out your credit cards on V-Bucks. But you know what they say about girls with Down syndrome? That kitty probably gripping retard. Think Fuko from Clannad, Yui from K-On!, and Yoshiko from A Whole Girl.
Autistic? That is not a smart way to describe them. Just say dumb. Describe a character who's dumb and just use that for example. Not autistic. You know nothing. Because I have autism and I'm not dumb.
Since there's not a whole lot of cons with Baka Deres, we're gonna give them a cool A tier. Danderes are one of my all-time favorite types. The Dan in Dandere meaning silence, i.e. the shy girl. Yeah, Danderes are those hyper shy girls in anime that don't really talk and are like super socially anxious. But once they feel comfortable with you, that's when they start getting talkative and lovey-dovey. But it is definitely a process to get them to come out of their shell. You can't just persona max with them and spend time with them every single day. So this type is less than ideal if you don't have the patience or an eye show speed type of guy.
Help!
Stop yelling at me!
Me personally though, I'm a certified yapper if no one's talking, because the schizo part of my brain needs to fill the silence if no one's talking. Think Comey from Comey Can't Communicate, Miku from Quintessential Quintuplets, and that nigga Ferb from Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, the shy individuals are gonna get an S for shy.
Huh. So that's why Ferb is more popular than Phineas.
Literally just Danderes, but instead of not now, Kuderes are literally just Danderes. Now. Kuderes are literally just Danderes, but instead of not talking because they're shy, Kuderes are just ore farming. That's because the prefix ku just means calm or cool. Yeah, these characters usually seem expressionless and uninterested when it comes to most things that aren't their love interest. That's because they can't break the muse streak, baby! Mog City! They can often come off as mean though, because they won't care about things they say to random that aren't their Pookie Bear. Some examples of them are Huntress Wizard from Adventure Time, Rukia from Bleach, and
Hit the rollie, start with the rollie on.
Hime-Deres are boring as hell, but I needed 10 on this list to feel like I accomplished something in my life. The Hime and Hime-Dere just means princess. They're basically female characters that expect to be treated like princesses, regardless of their status, without giving back much in return. But eventually, they'll be like, Awooga, this guy isn't that bad, and start reciprocating. This sounds like it blows. Typical sugar daddy relationship minus a sugar. Kind of like those guys who support the link in bio creator. But they're also not plotting on your downfall like Doroderes. I ain't even gonna refer to any characters, cause fuck them. C-tier!
C tier? They supposed to be S tier, F tier, right? Yeah, they sound boring and annoying. Man, I'm glad these people don't exist in real life if they have high status. Yes. So clearly they're just arrogant pricks. Who has a princess complex. They're just female characters who has sisters complex. Yeah, not into that shit. I'm not into that shit.
To end off the video with
oh, oh, god damn. Oh god, not this shit again.
the band, we have one of, if not the most popular, Dere types, Tsunderes. Soon being short for the word soon, which basically means cold and irritable. They are the characters.
Oh my god. This is the worst one. Worst one. Ugh. Okay, guys. If you want to know why, I'll just let him explain. Then I'll give my thoughts on this. I already gave my thoughts on Deres. They're one of the most loyal, and yeah, that's why. They're one of the most loyal and ideal, and that's the girl that everyone wants. And Yandere's, yeah, they're good. I'm just going to compare those two. Why I think Yandere is better than this. Bullshit. Anyways, let's just let him explain.
Which basically means cold and irritable. They are the characters that are combative and distant to try and conceal their feelings for the guys they're into. But eventually, when they come around, as do all Deres, that's when they start doing their lovey-dovey stuff. Now, I'm probably gonna upset a lot of you guys with my thoughts on this one, but shit. It's my video! Tsunderes are so overhyped, bruh. Imagine a girl being into you, and instead of giving you solid hints, the only hint you get is a damn haymaker! Like I remember back in elementary school, parents would be like, if she's mean to you, that just means she likes you, sport. But bro, that sucks so much ass. Why am I getting the Gojo Chris Brown combo just because Shorty's into me? Then later on, they'll have the audacity to be like, I've actually liked you this whole time. Oh, really? Was that before or after you put my ass through a wall? I'm wheelchair bound now.
Nigga, I can't even walk.
Just send me a text and run away from your phone like a normal person. Damn, I'm looking at you, Tiger, from Toradora. Dere! And those are 10 Dere types ranked on how good they'd be as girlfriends. I hope you enjoyed my schizo takes on anime tropes that have little to do with actual relationships. Well, maybe besides Yanderes and Hime-Deres. If you enjoy this type of freaky content, then consider leaving me a like and subscribing. And if you guys want a part 2, then get this to 2K likes. Bye-bye!
Okay, now let's stall and get my thoughts. Again, Dare is not my second favorite now, but actually my first favorite. Damn, I kept on changing my mind. Anyways, Dare is great. These are the type. Okay, guys, in this video. Okay, guys, if you guys don't want to hear my thoughts on all of this in the stream, in the video right here, you don't have to you don't have to listen to me breaking this down. Anyways, now let's go. Dare's is this should be most popular. I know it's not one. I know. I know the major flaw of Dere and why they aren't so popular is because they're not as relatable. They just love you. No breakup, no conflict. Well, they there some has conflict, but they're not as relatable like Dare. Damn, I mean Studeres and Yanderes and the other ones and a few others. They're not as popular because they're not as relatable. But at the same time, this is a girl that we all wanted, and we all deserve. So that's my first favorite. Yandere's on the other hand, Yandere's on the other hand, they're fine. I like how the only positive parts I gave them is that again, similar to Dares, they're very loyal. They love you and they show some affection, but don't underestimate them based on how of them when they first appear. They act innocent in lovey dovey, but when you start dating them, oh hell no. No. It turns out she was a serial killer. It turns out she's an obsessive woman, or should I say serial killer. You're doomed. You're gonna be in this toxic relationship. Yeah, this is the reason why I like this is also because again, unlike Dare, Unirays are relatable because most people will fall for this. They at first people thought that imagine you found a decent, awesome person, but when you start dating them, oh hell no, you're screwed. You're screwed. Yep, you're screwed. Your phone will be blown up with messages. They're gonna drive you by. They're gonna act immature by attacking those you love. But turned out they were your family members. They're gonna kill you for cheating on you, and they're gonna KLL you, and they're very controlling. Yeah, those are the only things I don't like. So I'm kind of mixed. It was good on the surface, but seeing it in actual anime, oh hell no.
Next, we got a Dere type that commonly gets mixed up with Yanderes, Sato Deres.
Solderes, yes, solderes.
We got a Dere type that Next,
Oh damn. Okay, solderes. Yeah, I like them. They're good. Well, the only bad part I gave them is that they're too sadistic. They're really sadistic. Yeah. And some people are into this. And you guys want to be honest, I was actually like this before. I'm not kidding. I was actually like this before. Let me explain. Actually, this is kind of personal, so I'm not going to, I feel bad. Yeah, I apologize to her for all the awful things I said and did, and I confess my feelings, but she forgave me, luckily, but she already has a boyfriend. And I told her that I deserve to be rejected. I'm a terrible person. I'm an awful person. I act like that in real life. I didn't know I like her. I didn't know until, I realized I did. So yeah, we became friends. I stopped acting like a douche. So we became friends. So yeah, I'm just admitted. Anyways, but what's the point about this? Anyways, well, at least they apologized. Unlike Thunderes, at least they apologize. Don't Hug Me Not for Toro is a great example of this. Because unlike, actually, I'm just going to compare Thunderes to the very end. To the very end. To the very end.
Enjoy 24-hour access at most Planet Fitness clubs. $1 down, $15 a month. Deal ends February 27th.
You make it through security so fast?
Dere. The prefix arrow. Arrow Deres.
Deres. Deres is my second favorite. Oh my god, I need a freaking girlfriend like that. Anyways, I guess that's all I can say. Now let's move on.
Keeping up with the theme of acting one way and being another, we got Deres.
Deres. Oh no, it's F tier. I mean, it's above. Surprisingly, they're above. Actually, it's on top of Sorcerers. Damn, why did I keep death naming it? Why did I keep death naming it? Anyways, I don't need to explain because it's obvious reasons why.
Bakaderes are probably the most straightforward one if you know anime culture. But if you don't, which is okay, Pookie, don't worry. Just hold my hand. The prefix baka just means dumb as hell. Yeah, these...
Yeah. Nope. They're in the middle of it.
Yanderes are one of my all-time favorite types.
Donneres. They're one of the most favorite ones. I like them more than Yanderes. That's my third favorite. I love a shy, quiet girl. Yeah. I need one of that. Yeah. Anyways, is there something else I'm missing here? I just need to figure out. There it is.
Now, kuderes are literally just danderes, but instead of not talking because they're shy, kuderes are just aura farming. That's because the prefix ku just means calm or cool. Yeah, these characters usually seem
super cool. Yeah, I like them. Now let's go to. Now we got two more.
A tier.
Actually, it's my fifth favorite, top five, and a five. Because they're cool.
He made Ares are boring as hell, but
Yeah, I don't know about this, but after hearing him explain it, oh my god, they sound annoying. Nope. They have a sister complex. They sound very annoying. I don't know much, but they sound very annoying. At least they're not as bad as,
bio creator. But they're also not plotting on your downfall like Doroderes.
Well, they're not as bad as Doradores. I'll give credit. Now, let's go to my most hated Dere type out of all of them. And I got a lot to say. About this. There are a lot of reasons why I hate about it.
To end off the video with a bang, we have one of, if not the most popular Dere types, Tsunderes.
Tsunderes. Oh my god. They used to be popular back then, but nowadays, in 2 decades nowadays, everyone hated them. I kept on forgetting.
Soon, being short for the word Dere types, Tsunderes.
Tsunderes. Man, they're so... Okay, this is one of the reasons why. They're too hard to pronounce. Tsunderes. Yeah, they're kind of too hard to pronounce. The third reason is, oh my God. But guys, respect my, I have a lot to say, but Sooner Ray fans, if you're here, respect my opinion. Respect my opinion, okay? I have a lot to say about this. They're all the worst kind of. This has got to be one of not the worst anime tropes out there for good reason. Let me explain why. Unlike Dere, unlike the rest out there, sure there's some bad ones and mixed ones, but Sanderes, oh my God, they're the worst.
Come around, as do all Deres. That's when they start doing their lovey-dovey stuff. Now, I'm probably gonna upset a lot of you guys with my thoughts on this one, but shit. It's my video! Tsunares are so overhyped, bruh.
Okay, guys, now let's go to why they were so popular. Because similar to Sanderes, yeah, they're one of the most relatable out there. Because not only a girl like you or the guy like you, but your sibling. My brother was like that until high school. So yeah, they're more relatable because some people act like this, but reality hits hard. No one wants to be with an abusive person who treats them coldly. Because in reality, no one wants to be with a person who treats them coldly without any signs of affection. There's barely signs of any affection. They're so over. Okay, they're not. They're unsatisfied. Okay, now let's go. My rant. Let's do it for real this time. They're they're unsatisfying because unlike soldier rays, at least even though they're so well,
Imagine a girl being into you, and instead of giving you solid hints,
because soldier rays instead of just simply giving you signs like they love you like instead they just simply beat you up, call you an idiot, they treat you coldly, call you an idiot, beat the absolute snot out of you, and acted so coldly. And they never and unlike Solidaries, but unlike Solidaries, the reason why I like that so much, despite all the bad things they have done, at least they apologize. At least they apologize. They didn't do this for the sake of it, for the fun of it. At least they care. I mean, just go watch it. Don't don't toy with me, Nakatomo. But here it's just bad. They show no sign of affection. They don't apologize. They kept calling you stupid, dumb, or an idiot, or an idiot. They're immature. They're immature. There's no solid hint. It's not. It's unsatisfying. And how are we going to root for this? How they're unlikable. How are we going to root for this couple? Sure, again, sure. There's some bad ones. At least they show at least sign of affectionate. But these guys, on the other hand, doesn't. They haven't done all this until they actually get together. It's so overhyped. It's not satisfying. I do not want to be with a girl who treats me coldly. And you know what? They did not apologize, especially when they confess. They just said, "I love you this whole time, bitch. Shut up, shut up, bitch." You really think that excuse anything? You really thought that would excuse anything? Like hell it does. I am not gonna like a person who treats me coldly from start to finish. They treat you coldly from start to finish. They did not apologize at all. They're irritating. But again, they can be relatable and they have great character development. But as characters and as a type, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. There's some good. There's some characters who embody this type in a good way, and there are a lot of them in a bad way. They're just lame. I have a lot to say about this. You know what? I'll go make a post about it. I have a lot to say about it. I repeat, a lot because compared to to these ones, I have a lot of shit to say about it. Anyways, I got to end this video, otherwise it'll be so long. Damn, 35 minutes. Ah, guess I talked way too much. Anyways, bye guys. Scooby out.